Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaylee, and if you want to achieve this gorgeous look using only drugstore makeup, just keep watching. I did include a few items from Sally's Beauty, a few items from Target. The majority of the items I did buy at Ulta just so I could take advantage of the point system, and I do have a few Ulta items, but just keep watching and you can figure out how I created this bomb-ass look. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Kaylee and today I'm going to be doing a full face first impressions of drugstore makeup. I did include a few Morphe items and a few Ulta items. They're kind of at the same price point, so I thought it was fair, and plus Ulta was having a spend $20 get a gift, like a little gift, and it came with a lip gloss, a bronzer, and a little purse, and I thought the purse was super cute, so I just couldn't pass on it. So I'm going to be testing out a whole bunch of new things. A lot of these things are way hyped up. Some things are crazy new that I have never even heard of before. I haven't heard other people talk about. So I'm just gonna pull everything out in front of me and we are gonna hop right into it. The first thing I want to use is this Ulta. It's the Ulta Moisturizing Primer Spray. It's paraben-free and vegan. It's got hydraulic acid in it for moisturization. So I'm just going to use this. It doesn't feel like they added a scent to it. It just feels cooling and like refreshing on the face. So I do like this. I have been using it for a few days now. Next, I would like to, actually I think I want to move directly into my brows because that is what I normally do first. And the first brow product that I picked up was the NYX Professional Makeup Brow Pencil Crayon, and I think I got mine in the shade Ash Brown, and I really do like this because you could tell which side's the cap, and so you're not sticking the wrong end on the wrong side. This brow product is very creamy, but I wouldn't say it's like super waxy. This applicator is large. It's not the same shape like at all, but it is large, and I do have very full eyebrows, so I don't really necessarily go for the pencil brow products just because it takes too much time to do. Because I have my brows are full, I don't need to spend a million hours just on my eyebrows because I feel like my eyebrows do look actually pretty well. But I do like this product. This is the very first time I've used it and I do like it. So another item for my brows. This is the NYX Control Freak Gel Eyebrow Gel in the clear shade. This is what the packaging looks like. If I haven't said I used it, just know that this is the first time I've used it. It's kind of hard to tell if it really does anything unless wearing it for a little while, so we'll definitely see how this works. To my concealer and prime my eyes because I did not buy an eye primer. So I am back and my lids are primed, but I will tell you what I used to prime them in a minute. For the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using today, I just got to open it. I went to Sally's Beauty, and I know it's not really a drugstore brand, but it is kind of cheap. It was $14.90 something, 14 something for this palette, and I got the Collab Beauty. This is the Palette Pro in After Hours. It's Morphe 504 brush, and this is my favorite shading brush. It's large, it's just domed, and I love this brush. So I think I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is the shade number 7. Sorry about my nails. I work at a daycare and the girls decided to paint my nails, and the nail polish they used stained them, and it was just a fiasco, and I'm just don't want to put anything on my nails until that staining goes away so I don't end up with some fungus or something. So I'm going to take this shade number 6, which is right next to it. It's just a metallic-y green. There it is. Here it's swatched on the finger, and I'm just going to be applying it with my fingers. But anyway, now that I've got my under eyes swooped away, there wasn't a whole lot of fallout, but there was a little bit of fallout because they're dark shades and they're green, so you can definitely tell. here, which is number 2. And I'm going to take that on a ColourPop E2 brush, which looks just like this. It's just a domed brush. I'm going to sweep this just on my brow so that way it cleans up that edge to kind of blend it. Sorry if you hear the door. My fiance is going outside. But first impression of this palette, the colors are not exactly what I thought they were going to be. However, that does not mean I don't like them. The formula blends great. I already knew that because I already own this palette. I bought it after I heard Tati raving about it. And I kind of wanted to expand my collection, and I was doing a full face of drugstore first impressions, and I was like, I want to try another one, and I do like it. I am going to do more to this look after I get my face done, so we're just going to plug right along. Picked up the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer Matte. So this is what it looks like. It's okay, well, it has, you know how some of them have stoppers, like the primer have a stopper and just a little bitty hole? The whole thing is just open. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna definitely make a mess with this. I don't know why it doesn't have a stopper on it. Maybe it's just mine didn't get one, but that's really, really weird. And it feels like a moisturizer, like the consistency. The consistency feels like a moisturizer. Oh my goodness, if I could talk today. And I'm just gonna dabble, put a little bit, lot of it all over my face. For my foundation I'm going to be using today, you're going to be surprised, I have never tried this, but I have never tried it. And it is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in this shade Shell Ivory. Never tried this. There's a huge hype around it, and I'm going to see if the hype is worth it. Oh, and my little headband that I put on is from Claire's. We went to a few towns over and bought a few things. I bought their velvet scrunchies are my favorite. Well, I've never tried a foundation with this kind of applicator before, so we're just gonna go with that much for right now. And for the sponge I'm going to be using the Morphe highlight and contour sponge. Looks like this. Sorry, I dropped my sponge. I did fall into the hype of this beauty sponge because of how many people like it and how many people use it. I am not a hard sponge gal, and this one is not as mushy as I would like my sponges. I'd prefer to use a foundation brush if this was the option I had. But, I mean, everybody's preferences are different. I know the foundation that I used, I like it. The color's nice. The finish is nice. It's buildable. It is full coverage. There's no photo flashback. Apparently, I am a little shiny, but that's because of my light. And as of right now, I'm just going to deal with that. But moving on from this, next, I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Contour Concealer. And this is what it looks like. The doe foot is like a lipstick doe foot because it's long and pointy, if that makes sense. It's not like Shape Tape where it has the big old fat guy, but it's not like Jeffree Star's either where it's like a triangle. So I'm just... Hi guys, sorry, I don't know what happened. I was in the middle of applying my concealer and then my camera did something and I was like, well, I'm not going to stop and mess with my camera now. I'm going to blend my concealer and then I'm going to fix it. So I blended my concealer out. Again, don't like the sponge. Would not recommend the sponge if you are a soft sponge gal. This one is just tough and it feels like I'm hitting myself in the face with it. So I don't like that, but the concealer did... It wasn't great, it wasn't terrible, so I think I'm going to need to try this a few more times before I can give you my honest opinion. Let me move you just a little bit. I bought the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, and this is supposed to set. I'm just going to pat underneath my eyes really quick. And I bought, I was looking for a new blush brush. I couldn't find one really that I wanted, so I picked up the Morphe 508, which is like a domed little brush, and I'm going to use this for my blush as well, but I thought, why not use it to set as well? Now, I didn't pick up a new powder foundation, and I personally like to set the rest of my face with a powder foundation, so that way I know my foundation is not going to slip or go anywhere. So I picked up the NYX Professional Makeup Stay Matte But Not Flat Foundation, and I'm just gonna take my IT Innovation Beauty brush. It's just a very large buffing brush. Could use this for anything really, bronzer, whatever, but I'm just gonna take this and lightly buff it over my face. I have it in the shade, I think, nude. So, and yeah, I think my complexion is looking pretty decent right now. I don't know on the camera because I do know my light gives me a lot of shininess. So, and I bought the Ulta Beauty Matte Bronzer Natural Looking Finish in the shade Cool. So it's in the shade Cool, and this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to, ooh, that looks really nice. Anyway, moving on, I am a cream highlight person, so I use two highlights. I go within my cream and then I go in with my powder, and for cream I'm using this Ulta Beauty Face Highlighting Contour Stick, and I have the shade Pixie Dust. Gonna put it on my finger and apply it that way. Luxie 209 brush, and I got this in a BoxyCharm. I'm just gonna take a little bit right off the top, and I'm going to put it right here at my brow, so that way when I go to powder highlight it has something to stick to. I am a highlight freak, so I put highlight all over my face using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH9 highlighting brush, and I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild 319 Blossom Glow, and I'm just gonna open it, and here is what she apply it. This highlight is sticking so nicely to the skin. It is just woo, woo. And on just whatever is left on my chin, just to give me a little jazzy jazz. Okay, now blush, and the blush that I got is from Milani. It's called Luminoso. It's number 5, and here's what she looks like. I'm gonna take the same brush I used to set my under eyes and just pull this in between my highlight and my bronzer. I like to do my blush last because I feel like it connects the two and really melts them together. So right now I like to set my face before I do anything else, and then I will set my face again. And so it's Wet n Wild Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray, and this is what it looks like. And this spray is like really, really nice. It like goes, it spreads out, it's a fine mist, it doesn't really have a scent to it, so that's pretty nice, and it's an all-day wear, so I'm really excited about this. So this is the LA Girl Neon Eyeliner in Shockwave, in the shade Black. Alrighty, so liner's on. It was very creamy. It went on buttery, but because it went on so creamy, I'm worried that it's going to come off super easily and super quick. So hopefully that does not happen, because I've bought like 4 of these. Not in this shade, but I bought like different ones, like different shades in this formula. So hopefully that is not the case, but we will see. Hello everyone, and I am back. I'm sorry, my camera died, and while it was charging I finished up my makeup and ate a little bit, so I'm gonna chat with you about how I finished this look, and then I'll give you my wrap up on everything. So To continue off, I took a little bit of the first transition shade we used, which was number 7, and I dusted it underneath the eye, and I took this shade, which was number 5, and dusted it just in the inner corner a little bit to give it a bit of a shift. Then I took the NYX retractable lip liner crayon. This is in the shade Nude, and I use this as my lip liner. I went into my Maybelline Born With It 15, and this is what she looks like, and it's just a pretty nude shade. I continued with the CoverGirl Lash Blast Amplify Primer. I seen this, and Kathleen Lights just recently talked about the Marc Jacobs primer that she really liked, and I didn't really want to go buy that expensive one, but I did want to give a lash primer a try, so I did pick this one up. And I did like it. There was a definite noticeable change, and as of right now, I really do like this. Going on, I picked up the Essence I Love Extreme Curl and Volume Mascara. The wand applicator was a bit weird. My lash is doing something weird. Whatever. So, just a meh product for me. I'm not a lash person, but for this video I decided, yes, I want to use some lashes, so I picked up the Ardell Double Up. They're on right now in the number 210, and they're very wispy, very voluptuous, so I probably won't wear them again unless I'm having a really exciting night out, but you know, what can you do? I also finished my face off with this. I had already set all of my face makeup with my Natural Finish setting spray, and I picked up this Pixie one at Target. This is the only item. No, this and the blush were the 2 items I picked up from Target, so that was pretty interesting. And I did go ahead and use the Ulta Moisturizing Primer Spray again at the end to see if it would just be like a nice refresher, and it didn't do anything terrible to my makeup, and it didn't do anything to my makeup, so I don't see why I can't go over makeup, so yay on that. Looking at the spread of items in front of me, I'm not a lash girl, so I probably won't end up wearing these again unless I have a big night out. I like other mascaras better, but this one did really well for $7. I got 2 mascaras at Ulta, so I mean, who can beat it? It did give myself curl, it did give myself volume. I just like other ones better. The formula wasn't the best on this. And this sponge, don't recommend this sponge. It's too hard. I don't know, don't like it. Everything else that I used today, as of a first impression, I would recommend. But other than that, I liked all of the items, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye!